20 years of rot. There is wood sculpture in my yard and an old Windsor chair. The only piece that could go on a road trip is that piece from Africa. It never rots. On head guy with ribs, turkey tail mushrooms sprout like ears where nose used to be. By Blue Man's used to be knee, there is a rat hole, suggesting a void more profound than a knee brace, but it's only wood. Well, the hole is not wood. The Reagans are separated and Nancy has on panties to protect her from where the paint peeled off. Turns out there is no chisel so sharp or chainsaw so ferocious as time sped up. And that poem was like 5 years ago, and all that stuff in the backyard, I think went into a dumpster today, so that poem is like obsolete practically. I mean, if it's not rot, it's the dumpster next, kind of thing like that. Just about at this sort of temporality of time, and it's a wonder, how is all this stuff working? Which would be this year's poem. I'm not there yet. So this is more about, just the whole challenge of doing any kind of good work for somebody. And what, you need a permit somehow? What the hell? Let's just do this thing. Do you have a permit for that poem? Do you have a permit for that poem? I don't have a license, but I do carry liability insurance. My poem is made from a board that was fine at the top, but at the bottom it seems a little small. Since it won't be a place to live, just a place to store a few ideas, I hope the neighbors won't complain. So Stanley and I were chatting, how do you write a poem? What's the poem's all about? And he and I were both, well, like, yeah, this recession, the longer the recession, the higher up a ladder you go somehow. Because I didn't even used to work on ladders back when things were good. I still don't have a permit for that old poem. And here's another. With no permit and no safe zone, high up on a ladder, where soffit meets fascia. I like the excitement of the height, but I wonder, what would I fall for and why? It would not be for putting the last touch on some big project. No big project, no big poem. Why take the risk? Well, for the small poem. And because if a friend had her mother come to visit and she did not want squirrels to ruin it. All I have to say about everyone should ought to buy this book, because I was watching Woody Allen this week on the TV. I mean, sometimes when I'm not reading poems, I watch TV. Or writing poems, which just once a year, but like, so there's a lot of TV time in between. Woody Allen said about one of his great films that, like, when he was done with it, if he could only, he called the studio and said, look, just don't release the damn thing. I'll do you another movie for free. Just please don't release. And it was Manhattan, and people say it was a great movie. I kind of like that guy. I think he's a genius. I'm not sure I'm his biggest fan, but still. Bill Thibodeau said I should read a poem from this book, and I'm not going to do it. I think it's kind of lousy, but like, you might want to buy the book to see what the big mystery is about. I'm not so sure.
You're in it, though.
I'm not going to read it. You have to buy the book to find out what's in there.
Mystery
I'm not going to read it.
Drug guy.
So, alright, I've taken up enough of your time. Let's get to this year's poem. So I watch a little TV, just to say, and what do they have? Something, the fabric of the cosmos. And it turns out it's kind of complicated, and I'm not going to sit here and try to explain it to you. But the universe, it's complicated, just to say. Warning, this poem may be a Trojan horse. Newsflash. Today, no, let me start over. Newsflash. Today, space is expanding at an ever-increasing rate. The forecast for tomorrow and the next day is the same. In fact, all the way through next weekend, we can expect continued expansion. Distortions in the matrix of space cause some objects to orbit others. Gravity is passé. Hailstones still crash into apples. Apples still fall to the earth, not for the same reason. Imaginary time is a fierce river that flows ever stronger, swallowing dry ground, solid turned to liquid. How can we build for the multiverse? Must we make copies? May we cut and paste? There is a building I can see. It seems a world away. Another universe, really. It is built only of glass. Children rock on clear glass horses. In one universe, they have no electricity. Another universe has only water. They are not connected by phone lines. One universe has only tornadoes. One universe has no time to be occupied. In one universe, my neighbors built a giant horse out of wood. They burned it in a fire so hot, that time seemed to stop.
Okay, I've been reading this poem once that I'm going to read from this book, and I like to read it twice because I write it from my heart and it was hard work.
What's it about?
Well, it's dedicated to Mr. B. Mr. B means build people right here. See? So it was hard work for both of us to complete this job, so I got to write this poem. So please listen carefully. Okay. The great Mr. B. This is about the great Mr. B work at the old house in Milton. Installing cabinet, floors, light fixtures, and all craftsman is one of a kind. He is very happy talking at work. You should hear the man talk to himself. Oh. Yeah. He doesn't need no one to tell Mr. B what to do. Working with Mr. B, I learn a lot. Oh. Good. I realize he don't waste material. That makes you a good carpenter. He say, damn it, why me? He say, damn it, why me? When the going get tough, he have to get creative. It is very hard to do good work. Working for money is not as sweet as a finished job. I tell you the truth, Mr. B, I wish you were the president. Joe could run the could not run this country like you run the job. Mr. B never get enough money, nor he never complain. Thank you, Mr. B. This is a great job.
Your name and words live on in books you wrote. You sought to know the way of early man. The study of ancient scripts was your plan. You were a gentleman of special note. The magic bowl and the cylinder seal held the cryptic clues to life long ago. Thus you learned what you needed most to know. To you the nameless came to be most real. Their names may be lost, but their works are found, inscribed in spirals or carved in the round.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike Dwyer, and I wrote a poem recently about a pickup truck that I just changed 2 months ago after keeping it for 16 years. 16 years is a big hunk of a fellow's life when you're my age. So I call it the F-250 metal fan. My birthday gift you were to me when I was 48. Then all agreed your body style most beautiful to date. A mobile phone we had installed, an office you became, and Ireland heard us cheering from the highway's fastest lane. Your appeal was instantaneous as an image of a plan. You wore a special fragrance, irresistible to man. How comforting it was for me to find a fit like you. You told me we would get things done, and I believed it true. The jobs procured, prepared, produced, delivered, and on time. Like man's best friend, your loyalty proved reciprocal to mine. Though often you were loaded, I never felt you sway. In fact, I noted to my friends, 'twas steadier you lay. We had our weekends out of town, it's good to get away. Philadelphia's University, City Hall and Bay, New Hampshire, Stafford College, and across the New York State. From Hamilton and Albany, where we mined some real estate. Your floor mats may be worn thin, but we just alternate. You have my name on both your doors as business regulate. How often have I opened them to calculate his waste? Suffice to say, the hinges have twice been replaced. You stand erect as ever, a posture all your own. Your battle scars a tribute to all we have outgrown. Your colour weather-beaten, distinct and stand-alone. Your low-key bearing, masking power, visibly unknown. You have the tool sets ready, organised and neat, in pocket, shelf and cubicle, at my hands and feet. Your body may show signs of wear, but attitudes trump facts. Builders always compliment me on your super set of racks. Now 15 summers later, when all else has changed, you are the steadfast partner in every job you waged. The stickers on your window record a time of fame. Through many ongoing eras, your classic looks maintain. Thank you.